Guys, a little chilly out here this morning in Gulf Breeze, 57 degrees, which I'm sure it's not too cold to you northern folks. It's a little cold for us Floridians. I really appreciate you guys asking about my bicep tendon. I do carry that off the bone. I'm at week 8 now in recovery, which is doing really good. I want to give props to Dr. Ostrander at Andrews Institute. He's done the shoulder surgery December 22nd, which was great. Rotator cuff repair, bone spurs, bicep tendon repair. Now he's done the same bicep repair on the opposite end of the muscle at my elbow, got that connected. But everything's going good. I'm back to work. Appreciate the customers that have been patient with us with this, because it's kind of delayed my schedule quite a bit also. And we're going to do as much as we can to get it done as quick as we can. But this is a nice little project right here that I got started on. We'll put some riprap in. I got my employees mostly doing the stuff. I'm kind of sitting back and trying to let my arm recuperate before I tear that thing up again. We'll make sure it's healed. Hey guys, what we've done here is done a little repair on this boardwalk. It's in the entrance to the canal, and the hurricane ran across it and actually kind of got up underneath it as I was crossing the into the property down there, and kind of jacked the poles up out of the ground. I believe the poles on the inside of this are 12 foot long, but still the force of the water running over top of it and getting up underneath of it pulled it up a little bit. So we came in here with the barge, which we've got right over here, and the vibratory hammer, and we leveled everything back up, got the boardwalk nice and level. And instead of putting in new poles, what I decided to do was come back with some erosion control cloth behind it, filter fabric, because there is a little dirt missing on the back side of the wall. So we went ahead and attached this filter cloth. It's a 6-foot filter cloth. We nailed it to the stringers of the boardwalk with stainless steel nails. Then we came back with a rough cut 2x6 and screwed that in with 4-inch screws, and then folded the filter cloth over top of it, as you can see there, and nailed it again, which kind of pinched that cloth in there. Then we're going to put a little dirt in there and make it like a little basket. It's down about 1.5 to 2 foot below the top of the boardwalk. We'll fill that back up with sand and get it sodded again, and this should prevent this from being pulled out. Filter cloth is a real strong product. Once it's buried, it is just really hard to pull out of the ground, so this should keep it in place after the hurricane and water rushing over. It should be fine. We're waiting on the irrigation guys now, because there's irrigation lines all buried behind this thing. You can kind of see right there where one washed out last night when we went here. Get that all repaired, get it put back in place, then get the dirt pushed back in, get another couple rows of sod laid in here, some St. Augustine, and have this one here finished up. Got us a good trench dug behind the wall, right to the tieback rods, and there's a lot of irrigation back there. We have to get that repaired, but the filter cloth's being installed now. Here's a section we've already started burying. Got the filter cloth tucked in there real good, got the dirt on top of it. You can see it's doing its job. The whaler's attached to the stringers on the dock. Filter cloth is pulled tight underneath there. That'll prevent any more yard erosion up underneath the boardwalk, plus help hold that down. We also are installing 12 more loads of class 3 quarried limestone. This is going to be class 3. These are some big rocks. You get a mixture of big and small, because picking a rock up and dropping it so many times, the rocks do break up. But the small rock is good because it kind of fills in all the little nooks and crannies and helps lock it all together. Now we've got a long wall here. We'll be installing rock all the way down. This here is pretty good, but right around the bend, we need to add a little bit more rock to, so we're going to be doing that. And we're also in this area here, we're going to buffer this whole corner up with some class 3 riprap just to protect this corner. It really gets a lot of abuse with the waves breaking over this corner right here. So we'll build up a little berm right here with some class 3 rock. I'm also installing filter fabric underneath of it to prevent the rocks from settling, and also from weed growth coming up between them. See this area here, we've got plenty of rock added right here, so we're going to go ahead and stack up the rest of the rock down here to that same elevation to give this wall good protection during storm surges, hurricanes, and also it takes place of the tieback system. So you've got stainless steel rods on the back side holding the wall up. You've also got the rock in front. You can see how the rock kind of drops off here. It's not quite as high as what it was down at the other end. So we're going to build all this rock up on this side over here to the same elevation as we have on the backside. Now that there's like a class 3, class 4 rock. That's a big one. You don't get too many of them, and hopefully we'll get a bunch in this load. That's another early morning start over here. This is why I love the early morning starts. You get to see all this. It's beautiful. Little fingernail of a moon hanging up there. Hey y'all, check this out. I'm loosening my reins a little bit. Got somebody on the skid steer, training another guy on the track go. Don't know what I'm gonna do. Got the guys bringing down the class 3 quarried limestone from the road. Got the track go, get the limestone up and slinging it over that corner of the seawall on the boardwalk right now. We got a small plywood laid down on the boardwalk to protect it in case we drop any rocks on top of it. As a trainee on the Traco, trying to get them used to operating it. Takes a little skill to do all the motions at once. Here's the area where we staged our rocks. We got actually 3 27-ton truckloads right here. This is the last of the 3. We've already got the other ones moved down to the seawall. Moved on to Auburn the shoreline. I've got a skid steer bringing a rock down from the front up there. We're dumping over the edge, and we're using class 3 here also. We just want to buffer this up a little bit more. And over here on the other edge, we've got the Traco. As he dumps the rock, we place the rock where it needs to be, drag it back up against the seawall, try to get it where it's settled in nice so nobody's going to be tripping and falling if they decide to walk on a rock, which is not advisable. One thing about working at Gulf Breeze, you almost always get a Blue Angel show. Sound of freedom right there. Had our irrigation sub come out. He went ahead and got everything reconnected, got some funny pipe ran, and got it all flagged off exactly where all the sprinkler heads need to go. Once we get this dirt pushed in, backfilled up against the wall, and leveled out, he's going to come back and install the heads so we don't damage the heads while we're installing the dirt. Get them put where they need to be and get this project close to being wrapped up once he gets the sod in here. Here's a corner of the seawall here I was showing you earlier, where we went ahead and dumped probably about 27 tons of limestone in this corner right here just to help protect this corner where the waves rushing across the end of this point right here. We've also got another 27 tons of rock installed out here around the corner to help buffer the corner. Now we're taking up the any top cap pieces that we broke while dropping the rock and getting those replaced. We're down to our final half load of rock up there now. He's still transporting it across the yard here. We just about made it all the way across this total length of wall. You see, we've actually he dropped a couple rocks. He lets me edit that out. He's done pretty good, not dropped very many, but as you can see that we've just about made it all the way across the seawall here. Brought the rock level up real good. It's going to give it real good protection from any storm surges right here. Couple areas we got to replace the cap on where rock dropped and hit the top cap, but that's done pretty good for the length of wall that we put in here, that's for sure. Minimal damage to the backyard putting all this rock in. This is quite a bit. We actually did 9 truckloads. I thought we was going to end up needing about 12 of them, but we're able to get them spread out just right and do the job effectively. Save the customer a few dollars too, which I'm sure they're going to be very excited about. Always get excited when you get close to the last little bit of rock, but it always seems like that's the longest amount of time. I've been doing this for 4 days. Just about wrapped up on this project here. Wrapping up this project now. Got all the rock installed. Trying to get the final sweep down in and get all the broken boards replaced that we had busted on the top cap as we dropped the rocks. Getting this project wrapped up now. Got all the backfilling in here. We got the irrigation guys coming to connect the heads, and then the sod guys coming next week to finish getting this sodded back out. It all turned out looking pretty good. Hey y'all, really appreciate you checking out the video, and I appreciate the patience with the customers we have signed up right now. We've had, injury with me. I've got another foreman out right now with a broken toe. He just had surgery on that yesterday, so that's kind of slowed us down a little bit too. Plus, we're dealing with the pandemic stuff still, as far as material shortages and not being able to get employees. But it's really hard, and we're working as hard as we can to get these projects done for you. I know you're excited about getting your backyard done or getting ready for springtime, but please bear with us. And with my office staff again, as always, they're humans too, and people, we like to please everybody, but it's just really hard when we're trying to deal, with this economy and the material shortages and stuff right now. So we're working as hard as we can to get every project done. We want to do it right for you, so we're going to make sure we spend the time on it to get it done correctly and properly. And once again, your patience and kindness towards our staff would be greatly appreciated, and we'll give you the same in return. Thank you very much.